How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91. And this time I'm reviewing Gotham Season 3, Episode 1, and this is season premiere of the new season. What happened on this week's episode of Gotham is we find out what Jim Gordon's been up to the last 6 months as a bounty hunter, and he's been hunting the criminals that escaped from Indian Hill. And it starts off with Killer Croc trying to get this drug to help him start feeling better, because every time one of these inmates use their new powers, their cells start to reject it, and it's slowly killing them. And Jim Gordon's able to stop Killer Croc, or who's supposed to be Killer Croc, because this person supposedly died. We'll find out what happens with that later on in the season. But it basically looks like Killer Croc. That's why I'm calling him Killer Croc for now. But anyway, after this, Jim goes to the police station, collects his bounty, and there's this new reporter that's asking all these questions. And she's asking about Indian Hill and about the monsters from Indian Hill, and Captain Barnes ain't giving her nothing. And then she talks to Jim Gordon at the bar and tries to get him to help her, and she tells him that Penguin has put a $1 million bounty on Fish Mooney's head. So Jim Gordon goes looking for Fish Mooney and finds her, and he goes after her and tries to get her, bring her in, and Man-Bat attacks him. And at first I thought it was one of them snake people from Batman Beyond, but we find out later on in the episode that's Man-Bat, because he spreads his wings whenever Jim Gordon captures him later on in the episode. And Man-Bat gets the best of him, and Fish Mooney and them escape, and Jim tries to find more out, and then he finds out that Hugo Strange's assistant, Miss Peabody, is under police protection, so he uses the reporter to get Fish Mooney to follow him to where this Miss Peabody is, and she captures Miss Peabody, and Jim Gordon's plan backfires, and he tries to find her again, but he's not able to, and Barnes gets on to him a bullet and tells them to stay out of this or they will be in big trouble. And then we find out that Fish Mooney took Miss Peabody to where her hideout is, and there's this other guy from Indian Hill where if he touches you, he can make you age fast and kill you. And this is what happens to Miss Peabody after Fish Mooney finds out that the only person that can save him is Hugo Strange. So they kill Miss Peabody, and then earlier in the episode, Ivy's being nosy, and Ivy wants to know what Selena's been doing, and she follows Selena to this, and then Fish Mooney tells them to kill Ivy, and this guy touches Ivy, but only for a second, and then she goes down this drain pipe. Well, if you've seen the previews, this is how Ivy ages up and now is getting close to her Poison Ivy persona. Now, I don't know if this gives her powers, but this ages her up to make her look like her comic book self now. And what else is happening is Bruce goes to the board of Wayne Enterprises and calls out the Court Owls, and he says he knows somebody in there is a member of the Court Owls, and he tells them to meet with Bruce Wayne face to face, or everything that Bruce Wayne knows will go out to the press. So the head of the Court Owls gets her Talon to go after Bruce, and he attacks Alfred and beats Alfred up and knocks him out, and then captures Bruce. And we find out a little bit more about Bruce's doppelganger that was from Indian Hill, and he's trying to find out more about Bruce. And that's all that really happened in this week's episode. My question for y'all is, what do y'all think is going to happen now that Bruce has been captured by the Court Owls? As always, this is Preacher Man R&B, and this has been another Retro TV 91. Guys, good, Jesus awesome. See y'all next time.